The Dragon Ball Superhero family merchandise is still up right now on the Geekdom 101 store. You can get a t-shirt, you can get sweaters, various different styles, various different colors, and of course, various different sizes. Ships to most places around the world. Get your first ever Gohan Beast and Orange Piccolo together on one piece of merchandise, piece of art today. I'll leave a link down below. Get yours because they won't be here for too long, so do not hesitate. Plus, they got a 30% off deal going on right now, so take advantage. Boy, do we have a huge breaking news item in the world of Dragon Ball. So, the DB Super 2015 account on Twitter, which has existed since right around the time when Dragon Ball Super, the anime, began back in 2015. They were posting updates and teases and things like that, has posted a new update today, this morning, about an announcement coming up later tonight that could end up being a pretty big deal. So what I want to do today is I want to discuss what this announcement could be, what it is, and what it is not. So if you're new here, of course, hit the subscribe button. If you're returning or new, hit the like. We talk about Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball overall, manga, anime, and of course, movies as well. Now, this account posted a few hours ago. It says, the Red Ribbon Army, well, literal translation, it says, the revival of the Red Ribbon Army is near, which, now, let me specify some things for you guys about that. That line is exactly the same thing that Magenta said in Dragon Ball Superhero, almost with the exact same verbiage. He said the revival of the Red Ribbon Army is near, right? So, and then if you look down, there's a picture of the, as you can see on my head here, the Red Ribbon logo. Now, the interesting thing about this story is that literally about a month ago, there was a report from a leaker that Dragon Ball would have a new weekly anime coming out in 2023, and it would be announced. It would be announced sometime in late November, early December. Now, later on, that same user was saying it would be a month from another Twitter post done on the 14th of November, so mid-December. So anytime between now and mid-December. And that leaker may indeed have been onto something, because here we are with the official, this is the official Dragon Ball Super Twitter account, which is also promoting the 4K and Blu-ray release of the movie coming out later in December, is already discussing this new, this teaser for something new. Now, the announcement's coming at 10 o'clock a.m. Japanese time tomorrow. For us, that's later tonight here in the, here in the Western Hemisphere. So, let's discuss what this is not. So, this is not having anything to do with the manga, because the DB Super 2015 account does not normally post things from the manga, and we've already gotten the official announcement of the Goten and Trunks portion of the Dragon Ball Superhero prequel story. So that's already been said. Something else you should be aware of. It isn't discussing Superhero necessarily, the movie, because the hashtag that is used is just Dragon Ball. It doesn't even say Dragon Ball Super, even though it is from the Dragon Ball Super account. So that's two clues right there. Now, the leaker, a little while ago, about a month ago, said that the new series would not be a continuation of Dragon Ball Super in the way that people think. In other words, it would not just be called Dragon Ball Super. Now, I found that to be a little bit strange, because when it comes to marketing, when it comes to licensing, Dragon Ball Super, those three words put together is the current modern incarnation of the Dragon Ball name brand. That's what everything that is a manga or a movie gets called, Dragon Ball Super. So for this to have a different name, Dragon Ball something else, is just being hashtagged as Dragon Ball, that to me is rather interesting. Now, there are some people who think that this could be having to do with the upcoming comic and manga release of the movie. For those who don't know what that is, they're taking the Dragon Ball superhero movie, they're taking screenshots of it and putting it out as like a comic. Now, that is not the same thing as the Dragon Ball Super manga's superhero arc. That's two totally different things. Do not get confused here. There's a lot of misinformation going out there in the various social media platforms. I'm here to bring you the truth here. Two different products. So, could this be a promotion of that? It's possible, however, unlikely because that's already been promoted. This seems to be something new, and they're saying more details are going to be coming later on tonight. And of course, I will cover them here on the channel this evening when time permits, and I'll have more details on everything, of course, this week. Now, I want to once again reiterate here that there have been rumors and there's been independent confirmation of a web anime. I've been calling it the second Dragon Ball project, or one of the two Dragon Ball projects. I'm calling it a project because this particular leak, or this particular tease that is not stated to be a web anime, at least not yet. At least not yet. They haven't announced details yet, but it would make sense if that were a web anime. But I want to, once again, for those of you who have not seen my other videos on this topic, which I will leave at the end of this one, web anime does not mean it'll be Dragon Ball Heroes. It's not going to be 10-minute episodes that don't matter, that have choppy animation. That's not what this is. We've already confirmed that some of the big names from Dragon Ball Super Broly, literally the two biggest names, Kubota and Shintani, are involved. This is not going to be some kind of cheap thing. I mean, if it is, it ain't going to be as cheap as Superhero. Or, I'm sorry, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh, don't get confused. They use the word super and hero a lot, don't they? It ain't going to be as cheap as Super Dragon Ball Heroes. But it's definitely tied into something involving the Red Ribbon Army and maybe something involving the time period around the Dragon Ball superhero timeline. Right now, literally no leaker, no official source, nobody has even hinted or even questioned it's going to be 10-minute episodes. That's just something made up on the internet that people assume because they don't know anything. And there's tons of misinformation out there. All we know is there's going to be an announcement at sometime this evening involving Dragon Ball, and it's going to be from the DBS 2019 right here, DB Super 2015. I'm sorry, DB Super 2015 official Twitter. Like I said, this is the official Toei Animation Twitter for all things Dragon Ball Super, as you can see right here. They tease other things too, like some video game things, but most of the stuff they stick with is Dragon Ball. So I will come back tonight with more information for you about what it could be. But once again, now you know it's not the manga. It's likely not the web. I'm sorry. It is likely not the manga adaptation. Could it be the upcoming new series, whether it be web anime or not? Details could be coming soon. This announcement's coming a bit sooner than I had thought, because I was expecting it to be later on in the month of December, but it is the end of November. We are just a couple days away from December, so why not just drop it? You know what I mean? Why not just promote it and just, if it's a legit thing that they're gonna put out there soon, might as well get the word out as soon as possible. So I am excited. For one, I do think we should keep our expectations low. Please listen when I tell you this. Keep your expectations low. But I am excited because it's not something we see every day. This could be a major, major breaking story, and I'll let you know more later tonight. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon.